Hello Internet, and welcome to the YieldTomato gaming channel with another pickups video for 2016. My last pickups video was rather close to this one, but that's okay because I kind of stopped doing them for a bit. I don't remember why. I think I just wanted to do something else, but I enjoy doing these, so I'm going to continue trying to do these, probably close to one a month if I can. And I'm also getting this one out of the way because the Portland Retro Video Game Expo is coming up, and I'm going to do a pickups video for that, and it's going to be most likely a very huge, massive, large, big McLarge huge haul, as it tends to be every year. So, without further ado, here's some of the games I've recently acquired. Let's start with a couple of newer games, actually. Not all these are games, some of these are also collectibles, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail. But I'm starting with Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of the Forgotten Past. I don't know what to say about this. Dragon Quest VIII was absolutely fantastic. But I never really played much of 7, which I do have on the PS1, but most of my PS1 RPGing, if you will, is pretty much done by Square Games. There's a couple that aren't, but there's something about a lot of the stuff on that from that era that Square did that was just unbeatable in a lot of cases. And yes, I know this one is Square Enix, but at the time that was just by Enix. So Square specifically was one I was really into at the time. But I'm really excited to get this one and go through this with the newly redone graphics and everything. So that'll be interesting and fun. The next one's kind of old, and I regrettably, I had bought it, I tried it, there's something about it that turned me off really bad at the time, and I got rid of it, and I kind of always wanted to give it another shot. God, that's gonna sound great for audio. I always wanted to give it another shot, so I bought it again, and I played all the way through it, and I read up a little bit more on it, and realized that there are different story elements that are told to you in your subsequent playthroughs, and they don't all start at the same spot. And that is Nier, or as it would be known in Japan, Nier Gestalt. Replicant never got released over here, and this was just the only one they brought over, because it made more sense for it to be this character than the other character. But I actually really enjoyed this game after I was able to look at it from a different light and just tell myself that this is not a traditional game, not a traditional RPG, not even a traditional action RPG, because of the way it plays. It's got a lot of shooter mechanics in it, and they work really nicely. But it's a really interesting and fun game, and I would definitely recommend people pick it up. It's actually pretty cheap. I got mine brand new for less than 20 bucks. Yeah, Nier. It's really hard to explain, because the story kind of goes batshit crazy at the end a little bit, but it just adds so much more intrigue and really makes you want to know what it is that happened in the time span from the beginning of the game, because the beginning kind of has a prequel or prelude kind of deal going. So, to the end of the game, which is clearly far, far future. So it's really neat, really interesting, and I'm super excited for Nier Automata, which is being made by Platinum now. So, you know, super stoked for that sequel. The next thing I'm going to show is very large, and it's the last game I've got here, and that is Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I played the hell out of Human Revolution, and before this came out, I actually pulled out my director's cut and played all the way through that. So, this has some really, really, really neat collectibles in it. Specifically, it's not, okay, I shouldn't say super extra uber neat like I was. It's got a statue, an art book, and a steel bookcase. And it has a digital OST sampler, which is kind of sad because the Human Revolution Collector's Edition had a physical disc, and I loved almost all of the basically all the music on that disc. But this comes with a Adam Jensen statue, and it actually also has, this is just, I can remove this, I'm just not going to right now. It also has a suppressor you can attach to the figure, but this is super, super neat. I should probably put this out on display somewhere. I just haven't decided where in this room yet, because we're going to be doing some rearranging and remodeling in the room here after a bit, to make a little bit more space and make things feel a little bit more cohesive. But, yeah, small art book as well. If I can get this stupid thing out of here, which... Man, that was tight in there, jeez. Really neat sampler art book. I will probably be picking up the actual full-size art book at some point. And then a really neat steel bookcase. I really like steel bookcases. A lot of people don't, and I can't fault you for that, because it totally breaks up the rhythm of your game displays and everything. Like, if you have them all in a row, suddenly you've got a weird steel bookcase that doesn't fit in with everything else, so I respect those who are not fans of them. And along with all of that, I also got the strategy guide, which I'm probably not going to ever use, but this is the collector's edition strategy guide, which comes with a lithograph art print inside, which is neat. And then I also got the prequel book, Blacklight. I like video game tie-in novels like this, just because I mean, especially when there's a time gap, because it's like a 2 or 3 year time gap between Deus Ex Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. And this tells you a little bit about what happened in there, so that's really neat. So, I like when stuff does that. And now I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. The next item is a pre-order bonus that was the cause of a lot of controversy. That would be the Zero Time Dilemma pre-order bonus watch. This sucker, where to start, was... Okay, so it was promised initially in certain runs as a special edition watch, I believe is kind of how it was when I ordered it. I pre-ordered this, what? Well over a year before the game finally came out. It was like, I want to say July, no. It was like June 15th or June 16th I actually ordered it. Probably, it might have even been a bit earlier. News got out that there was an issue with all the watches and that they weren't going to be sent with the game. And then I got the game, of course this is now a year later because the game finally releases, and they said the watches are going to be late, blah blah blah. Basically it was a quality issue of the watches. I guess Access Games, all of their watches were like busted when they got them, so they had to go and deal with a bunch of stuff with that. Which, on that same note, this is my second watch, because the first one arrived damaged too. And the way they're handling this pre-order bonus thing was even worse, because there were a lot of people who actually were unable to get their watch simply for the fact that there was an insane import charge on the watch, like, and it's based off of the value through Amazon, and Amazon had a thing where they gave you a certificate for this. So what you had to do was follow a link to a Amazon listing for this watch, which they valued at $500, to deter people, I'm sure, from just clicking buy on the stupid thing. But then issued people a gift certificate to get it for free at checkout. The problem is a lot of countries, even if they're not that far away, I'm sure, have import fees based on value, and it's all automated, I believe. So the people that were putting the watch in their cart and doing the certificate, yeah, the watch was free, but the import charge for the item was like $80 or something stupid like that, so, because it was based on the $500 asserted value. Oh my god, this is terrible. People, come on, it's a pre-order watch. Why in the hell was this happening? This could have been handled so much better. I don't know whose fault it was, whether it was Access Games, or if it was Amazon's fault, or both. There's probably both. But there are some serious issues with this that I think they need to figure out. for any other like pre-order stuff or specials they do, because this was not handled right. I'm super lucky that mine actually was undamaged the second time I received it. But it's like, if damage was an issue in the first place, and these keep arriving damaged, even now I've seen plenty of pictures, there's a serious issue somewhere that you guys really need to try and weed out. But I'm sure nothing will end up coming of it, because at this point this is done and they're probably not going to do anything like this again. So, it's just been shenanigans, and I am deeply sorry for all the people that have had to deal with all of that. You ordered a game, you should seriously get your watch. You shouldn't have to jump through hoops to get the pre-order that you made, probably around the same time I did, which was now a year and a half ago. So, I just wish that was handled better. So yeah, that's enough about my rant about stupid pre-order stuff. The next item is going to be one of two collectibles I've got here. One of them's in box, one of them's not, but I'm going to start with the one that's going to be more widely known and more widely available to a lot of people. And that is the PlayArts Kai Advent Children Cloud. For those of you who do not know, I am a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. I've got a very personal attachment to Final Fantasy VII in general, partially because it was, I'm sure I've said the story before, or you know what, wait, have I? I don't know. Anyway, end result is, I love Final Fantasy VII for a lot of reasons. I did it, my first video review in what I plan to be a consistent format was for Final Fantasy VII on the PS1. I have the PlayArts Advent Cloud on Fenrir sitting up in a corner over here. I've got the Hardy Daytona Cloud PlayArts figure sitting right up over here, which, thanks to my wife for that one, that was a fantastic, was it a birthday gift or Christmas gift? It was a gift and I love it to death. So now I've got the PlayArts Kai Advent Cloud, so now I just have to wait for the PlayArts Kai Remake Cloud, and I can put those all next to each other and have a cool little setup for that. It has multiple versions of his sword, and the art on these is just frickin' sweet. The other PlayArts Kai figure I have is Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 6, which I have up in a corner next to my test PS2 and above a bunch of other Resident Evil collectibles. Sadly, no Resident Evil collectibles for this pickups video, but there was a whole 2 videos I've done now recently of just Resident Evil pickup stuff, so yeah, I think it was fair that they don't get anything in this. Anyway, the next one is kind of the more obscure and harder to get thing. I don't know if you can even still get these, and mine's out of box because I have my box put away. And that, I got this a while ago, I just haven't showcased it. It is the, I think it's the 3A is how they say it, figures, half-scale Rex, or half-size Rex. And it is the Metal Gear Rex from Metal Gear Solid 1. In my opinion, one of the best Metal Gear designs, period, straight up. It is fucking amazing. I'm sorry for the language, but this thing is sweet. You can pop off part of the radar here, and it'll be, you can have it be battle damage if you want. It's got a bunch of flaps for all the missile pods. It's got the rail gun here. It fully articulates in multiple positions. You can pose this however you like. And there is a slot, I don't remember exactly where it's at, to put in batteries for blue LED light-ups. I have not done that, but I do have the batteries for it. I'm not sure if it's still available, it's probably not, but you can check out where I got it from. I got this from Big Bad Toy Store. It's a website. They have a lot of really cool collectibles. I'd love to order from them again. But this is just such a cool piece. I love Metal Gear Solid just as much as I love Final Fantasy and Resident Evil. And speaking of Metal Gear Solid, if you hadn't noticed, I posted another review recently in my format that I've started using, and it was for Metal Gear Solid on the Game Boy Color. Shameless self-plug. Whatever, bite me. You should totally check it out. I had a lot of fun making the video. I put it off way too long because I've actually been planning that review forever. Not forever, for about a year. But a lot of stuff got in the way, slowed me down, priorities changed, I got married. Oh well. So, this is a cool figure. PlayArts Kai's a cool figure. These are some cool games. And you guys should check out my video review for Metal Gear Solid on the Game Boy Color. So, yeah, what'd you guys think of these pickups? Do you guys have any of these items, or do you have interest in any of these items? I like Deus Ex. I like RPGs. Actually, technically all of these are RPGs in a manner of speaking, all the games I got, so that's kind of neat now that I think about it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Just click the link right above my head. And you'll stay up to date with all of our latest pickups, all of our latest Let's Plays, all of the reviews whenever I end up getting to them. Also, if you really, really want to stay up to date on everything, you can actually, I guess there's a bell now under these videos you need to click on, or under the channel somewhere you need to click on to get constant updates on everything. But anyway, thanks for subscribing, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Whatever that is. I don't even know right now. I'm tired.